Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I never do a middle part, so I'm a little conscious about it today, so let me know how I'm looking. If it's bad, just be polite, okay? Anyways, let's get started with today's video, guys. I'm going to be talking about my experience with using a menstrual cup. Now, I'm sure that most of you know what a menstrual cup is at this point, and I've been wanting to make this review for more than 6 months. It's just that I've been putting it away for the following reasons. Alright, so a menstrual cup, the benefits are far and beyond. Everybody's been singing praises about it, and I've not seen a single video up till today that had negative reviews or negative anything about a menstrual cup. I've seen people talk about how convenient it is and how price effective it is. I've never seen a negative review, and my review, unfortunately, kind of falls into a negative review just because it did not work on me. And because this menstrual cup, the whole idea and the product is so good for the planet and for your body, I debated with putting this video up because I did not want to discourage anyone out there from trying a menstrual cup. But the truth is, my channel is about my honest experiences and my reviews of everything, whether it be good or bad. So even if it is an amazing product, if I had a bad review, I wanted to share that with you. So I finally decided to just do it. So before I start, let me go over the advantages of menstrual cups and what they are. So menstrual cups, if you don't know, are basically cups like this that you insert into your vagina during your menstruation. This is to be used as a replacement for your traditional pads or your tampons, and this basically will collect your period blood and you just toss it out. So you have to insert this just once a day, and you can keep it on for up to 12 hours and remove it, drop out the blood and reinsert it at night, drop it out in the morning. So it's just twice a day that you have to even fiddle with this. So needless to say, this is insanely convenient, and women who have switched from your traditional pads or tampons, they say that they don't even remember that they are on their periods once they've switched out to the menstrual cup. And of course, when you compare it with your traditional pads, you are always sitting on a soggy, wet, disgusting, smelly pad the whole day, which is gross, okay? Also leads to rashes and all sorts of irritation of the skin on your private area. This keeps you fresh and dry. This keeps you feeling like you are not on your periods, which is amazing. Also, your traditional pads and tampons are bleached, and all those bleaching agents are not really good for your body. Apparently, that's what the latest studies say. And apparently your body does absorb some amount of the bleaching agents and whatever product is used to sterilize your pads and tampons into your body, which apparently is not really good for you. When you use something like a menstrual cup, these are reusable products, so your body is absorbing absolutely nothing from these, so they are safer for you. And one such cup goes, I think, for about 10 years if you take care of it properly. So one-time investment, and you don't have to buy pads or tampons again. So it's very economical for every user. And thirdly, the constant wastage that we produce by throwing away tampons and pads and panty liners is insane. And since the world as a whole is going through a waste problem, a trash problem, there's too much waste. Something like this, which is reusable and not disposable, is also amazing for the planet. So these are all the advantages of a menstrual cup, right? Now, how you use it, there are so many helpful videos on the internet. I went through so many of them before I figured out the best way. Now, there are so many different folds, guys. They are as simple as just pressing it down and then, you know, that's it. You just shove it up in. It looks big, but it's not as difficult to insert it when you are on your periods. If it is difficult, you can also lubricate the rim just a little bit with coconut oil, and it just slides right in. It really doesn't matter. And once it is halfway in, you can release it, and then you make sure it's all adjusted and inside. What happens is this kind of seals shut like a suction cup in your inside of your vagina. So all of this should be inside. You shouldn't feel anything outside. So it's supposed to be very, 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 very comfortable for an entire day. And you do not produce more blood than this, so you don't have to worry about this spilling or anything. But I think it's good practice to keep a panty liner on your heavy days anyways, just in case it leaks or whatever. But chances for leakage are minimal, but when you are a beginner, it could leak. Now, when you want to take it out at the end of the night, all you have to do is push a finger in and release this suction. Okay, that is very, very important. Do not go and yank this out, because you know those suction cups that we paste on the wall or the glass, when you yank it out, you know the pressure it puts on the wall or the glass. That's the amount of pressure that this will be putting on your vaginal canal, and you shouldn't be doing that, because prolonged pressure and you pulling this out can actually lead to prolapsed vagina, which is not good at all. So just in case this is your vagina. Alright guys, I should have said this in the beginning. This video is going to get a little too personal, and the information is going to get a little too graphic. So if this makes you uncomfortable, please click out. There is no other way for me to explain a period product other than giving you these detailed explanations, right? Alright, so coming back, let's imagine that this is your vaginal canal. You have to put your finger in and release this suction before you pull it out, and then you take it around and make sure that it's all released. And once it's released, you have to pinch the bottom just like that, kind of like that, and then slowly, gently remove it out. And if you have a problem removing it out, you can also this is where it's gonna get really, really TMI, guys. After this, our relationship has progressed to next level. We are in the sisterhood now. So in case if you still can't get your menstrual cup out, or if it is far too up, it's okay. It's never gonna get lost, because your vaginal canal is not an abyss. It will not get lost. It's really shorter than you think. It will be there somewhere, okay? Basically, if you can't get it out, all you have to do is push really hard, like you are pooping, and then this guy will kind of come down, and then you do the whole bit, you'll get him out. Alright, this is what I do with my life now. But anyway, so that is the advantages of the period cups, and also how to use the period cup. There are so many amazing videos on YouTube, guys, just in case you need a demo and stuff. There are women who have shown you exactly how to use them, so check those out. Now, let me come into my review, right? So I bought 2 cups because I didn't know what my size was. Also, before you buy a period cup, it's very, very important to get the right size, and also the right resistance. You want to say this is like a really soft one, this is a slightly harder one, because everybody's body is made different. So these 2 are of medium size that I bought. There's also small sizes which are best for teenagers, and large sizes which are best for women who've given birth. But you still have to individually measure yourself and have a better idea of what your sizing is before you purchase, right? So anyways, when I bought it, I knew I would kind of fall in the medium category, but I didn't know what I would like better. So I bought 2. So I bought a cheaper one and a more expensive one. This is from the brand P Safe, and this cost me 330 rupees. And this is from the brand Safe Cup, and this cost me 1,300 rupees. So I had 2 different category, 2 different classes of period cups to try as a beginner. Let me also show you a quick comparison of both the cups. This one is the P Safe one, and this one is the Safe Cup. This is a lot more rigid, a lot more harder than this one. You can see this is very, very soft. This is not as soft. I don't know if you can tell. This one has a little ball at the end of it, so it is easier to catch hold of it and pull it out. And this one is a very rigid stem. This is made very, very basic, and this is constructed a little bit more nicely. These are both made with medical grade silicone, which is good for your body, and they also have markings in milliliters. So I believe in milliliters, yeah, milliliter, and in ounces, so you know how much blood you've collected. The very first time I used a period cup, I used this one because it's a lot softer. Also, a quick review on the P Safe one. I hated it. I bought it from Amazon. It showed like it came in a nice box and a carry bag, something like this, but it actually came in one of those disposable plastic wraps with no branding, no pricing, no manufacturer details, nothing. It was way too shady. Yeah, but I used it. Anyways, before you use it, you have to put it in boiling water and boil it for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I forget now, but you have to disinfect it and sterilize it yourself, and after each use or each period you have to do that as well. Anyways, this one I decided to use it for the very first time because it's soft. I thought it'd be easier as a beginner to insert, to remove, to maneuver, to play with it. So I got it in. It was no problem at all. I took a hot shower. My body was relaxed. You have to make sure you're really relaxed because if you're tensed, your muscles down there tense up as well, and it's difficult to push it in. All of this sounds very difficult, but it's actually very easy, okay? Anyways, I took a hot shower, inserted this. There was no problem. I was like, wow, this is it. This is what people were making all of this noise about, and this is what I've been nervous about for 2 years. And I went about my day. And I'm like, damn, I really can't feel it. I couldn't believe that I couldn't feel anything at all. I was so comfortable. I was so happy and so excited. So a couple of hours later, I decided to just do a check, like, what? I'm also curious. It's the first time, you see. So I went and I did a little check and I couldn't find it at all. Needless to say, I panicked. I was like, where did it go? Do I have to go to an emergency room? Oh my God. I had also told my brother, just in case I freak out, please be ready to take me to the hospital. Like, I'm telling you guys, the panic was up there, okay? I couldn't find it at all. And I'm like, no, this can't be. So then I did the whole shebang like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, the squatting and relaxing and the pushing, and I found it. And I found it completely collapsed like this all the way inside. Like, you know how you lose a contact lens all the way up in your eye? Like that. This guy was completely lost all the way up inside of me, and it was collapsed. I was like, okay, I took it. It was very difficult to get it out. I'm not gonna go into details, guys. If you and I were one-on-one, I could have given you a little bit more graphic detail, but I'm not gonna. Anyways, I somehow, after a 45-minute struggle, get this out, and it's all like, there is nothing inside because it was sealed up like this, and I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't insert it correctly because of course this is my very first time. So I read the manual, read the instructions, went through a couple more videos, and I did everything, and I inserted it again. And a few hours later I checked and the same thing happened, and I was like, you know what, I'm too stressed out to try this a third time on the same day. So I was like, nope, I'm just gonna go with my tampon for the day, give my body a break, and try again tomorrow. So the next day I tried with, where's my pee safe? Where's my, there it is. Next day I decided to try it with the safe cup. I thought maybe this, anyways, it came in such a shady packaging with no brand. It didn't have enough firmness to stay open and suction onto my body, you know. It just kept collapsing as soon as it went inside and I walked or sat or something. I don't know what happened. Mistake could be mine also. Anyways, the next day I tried it with this one. It was a little bit more rigid. It was a little bit more difficult to insert it, but still I did that whole coconut oil thing and it was fine, you know, it was actually really fine. I got it inside, I made sure it's all stuck inside and sealed, and I made sure again and again that it's all fine. And a few hours later, I'm like, nice, all right. Let me just make sure that it didn't collapse like the other one. So I go back inside and check. I'm like, okay, it's all in. Kind of comfortable. I was not as comfortable as this one, probably because this did nothing. But anyways, after 4 hours, I'm like, you know, I was just curious. I wanted to see how much blood it collected. I was excited. So I decided to take it out and see. And then begins my nightmare. You guys, I couldn't take it out. So I tried this whole putting the finger in, releasing the vacuum, pushing. I tried it all. What was happening is when I was trying to release the vacuum here and then trying to get my finger to the other side, it was already sealing up in this side. So I just couldn't get to free this guy up with the whole pushing and the squeezing and the pushing and the squeezing. You're also supposed to just push on the base of it and it's supposed to unseal itself, but that was just not happening with me. It was difficult. Anyways, I took it out and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna give up. I am relentless. So I tried it again, guys, and the same thing happened again. It was way too difficult to pull it out. And by then, I had also read up enough articles about the whole vaginal prolapse if you yank it out without the seal being broken. So I was also kind of panicked about that. So what happened is, 2 days I tried with these 2 cups. My body went through so much stress that my periods just completely stopped. And even when I took this out after 4 or 5 hours, there was barely any blood in there. There was barely anything. So my periods just completely stopped. And then 10 days later, I started bleeding again. And then 10 days later, I started bleeding once again. So I had very irregular periods for a month and a half after this whole ordeal, that I was scared to go back to it again. Because one thing I have synced in my life is my period calendar, guys. It's on the dot, on time. I don't want to mess with that. So that is what happened with me. I recently spoke to another friend of mine. She went through a very similar experience, but for her it was not as traumatizing as me. So she said it is difficult, but I have to deal with it only once a day, so I'm gonna continue with it. Another reason why I'm putting this out here is because so many of you are already on this. I wanted to take advice from you as well. Let me know if you have gone through the same thing, and if you have any tips and advices for me and our other viewers. And that is it, guys. This is my my review and my personal experience on the period cup. And also these guys, Safe Cup, they were so amazing. They kept checking with me on a daily basis of my progress, and I told her finally that unfortunately it did not work for me. And then finally she told me that if I cut this up and show her a picture, she will fully refund me. So I haven't done that yet because I'm still not ready to fully give up on it. So that's why I've kept this. I also wanted to make this video for you and let you know about my experience. That's why I haven't cut it up or anything. So I have both the cups with me. Also, when you are traveling, you don't have to have a trash can or change of tampons when you're using a menstrual cup, because you just need to throw out the collected blood, quickly rinse it out and reinsert it. How easy, right? When you travel and you're out and about, it's so convenient. If only it worked for me. So that's it, guys. This is my little sisterly chit chat that I wanted to do with you today. I cannot wait to hear your review. Also, give this video a big old thumbs up for for me sharing my personal journey with you. Thank you for joining me in today's video, guys. I love you so much.